Alright, what's good, guys? Today is day 233 of backtesting every day until I'm profitable. It's the 20th of December, 11 days till the year ends and closing off Q4. So, without delay, I think we should just get started. And with that, I think nobody here should feel bored. Now, we'll be doing the inversion model from 2021 as we've been doing all of these days. So there's no need to say it every single time, but actually I feel like saying it, so whatever. Let's get going. So it will be this inversion model from 2021. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. Right, there it is. Okay, so we'll start by doing analysis on the daily time frame. And check the weekly. Let's first check the weekly time frame and see how it looks like. Well, it's in a very huge weekly gap. It might draw lower, like to the consequent encroachment of. Oops, give me a sec. Well, that's insane. Anyways, I was saying that price could be heading to this high here. To like an all-time high, I mean. So there's a high here, but I'd like to take it like a previous daily high if the bullishness continues. But if the bearishness continues, obviously these lows will be like right here. So as of now on the daily time frame, I can't decide on the bias. Now let's check the 4 hour. Okay, so they're relatively equal lows here. 4 hour, there's nothing, but I can see it's drops, pushes higher, drops, pushes higher, left band relatively equal lows. So it creates a lower low, lower high, lower low. Actually, this is not a lower low. Now when you check the 1 hour, there is some consolidation, to be honest. There's some consolidation. And let's check the 2 hour, 1 hour, okay. Nothing. The small 1 hour gap here, but if this gap here works, then maybe you could look for some shorts. So there are some London lows here, London highs here. Alright, there's the run higher. Did it run this high? Nope. So we have a small inversion here. So this was the relatively equal low. So where should sales be in? So this was the furthest high that was run. You can see this was the farthest. Well, we don't have any huge POI on the highs. Let's see. I check the 15. There's just a small gap here. I would like to see it drop to the relatively equal lows here. So just some shorts. From here to here. Open 4 hour. Using 8.8 micros actually. So this is a run on the relatively equal lows. So now that the relatively equal lows have been run, this could be a sign that now price could start going higher. There's an SMT at the lows. Let's see what happens. Okay, good 2-minute inversion, and 1 minute obviously also inverted. 2-minute inverted here. You can target like a 5-minute gap, but price is already in the 5-minute gap. I would love to target like on the 930 high, this one here. So obviously that will mean entry at this inversion. Okay, so this day was wrapping up. We'd rather head up to the next day. Okay, daily order block just hit the 4-hour. We have price has embraced this one, and it's currently in this gap. So if this order block here could hold and this gap, then maybe longs towards these relatively equal highs would be great. We also have a run on liquidity here, so let's see if we can have some narrative build up. There's also 1-hour gap. Now let's just wait and see. We've also got some trend line liquidity here. Okay, now let's go to the 5. Okay, so this is the lowest hanging fruit for shorts. Actually not for shorts, the sell side liquidity that will be run for price to start going higher. Okay, very great open. There's an SMT. This was a huge move, because I can see that there is an inversion here and very huge movement. So I would like to long it to obviously this high here after this huge run here. Retracement. All right. Okay, now we're gonna long it from here. My stop will be at this low here for 30 points again. Now we have London highs, obviously the lowest hanging fruit. You can target it for 1.4 hour. Now we've also got the Asia high, so this will be a farther target, but maybe one would close partials at Alright, so stops will be at this low. take profit at this high. Oh, then we get stopped out right away. Very, very insane. Okay, we get yet another inversion. It's still in a 1 hour gap. So maybe you can now try to long this to the 934 high. Let's see. But that's a target that is kind of far, but would be okay. My stop will be at this low and take at this high. That's where the take profit will be at. For a 2.3 hour, obviously. Come on, 2 stops in 1 day. Okay, so yesterday we chopped up. Now let's see on this day. Now first off, building the bias, you can see that we have a very huge, I don't know if I call that a pin bar, I don't remember the name. It's like something like a doji and something like that. Morning session had a drop, and then PM session expanded. Actually, it's not the PM session, 10 a.m. is the one that expanded higher, and the whole of the PM session. So still think we're bullish. Would like to mark some bullish targets. The lowest is 35 points away. I'm checking the 1 hour. We have an inversion here and a run on liquidity, so we have some confluences build up already. Right at the open, price melts lower to these lows here. Wow. And there goes an SMT here. And there's also this gap here. This is the one that I would like to see get inverted, but as of now it looks like the SMT has been invalidated here. Okay, so I think it has switched gears and obviously heading lower. It's not going to have to go all the way here. It's going to respect this 1 hour gap, by the way, by how I'm seeing it. Because of how I'm seeing it, when you check the 4 hour, it has already dropped too much, showing that price might be setting up for a bearish momentum. Okay, now I have a run on this low here. It's melting, generational melting. I also have this. Okay, we've got this small 5 minute gap that has been hit. The run here. Okay, get here the inversion, and we get this small sweep. Well, I would like to target here, but we also have a target here, which is very far if you consider where price is at as of now. Well, let's see. Can as well short it here. B2R again. It will be around 16 micros. So my stop at this high and take profit at this low. Let's just wait and see. Oh, this is a break even already, man. This is a break, very great break even, because obviously ES has a reversed close position. Let's go on to the next day. Okay, price has already moved around 290 points, or 300 points. It's dropping heavily. Well, this will be crazy, but not really sure if it will reach to this daily low. So might have very small inside trading day. Maybe if it pushes into this 1 hour gap, then drops lower. That's what I think that could happen. So I'll be looking for like a low hanging short fruit. Well, that was a crazy open. You can see the 1 hour gap was tapped into. Okay, so right here we can take another entry. Have a sweep here, and also run on some highs here actually from 7 a.m. Let's check that. There's also an SMT here. And there is also this the shorts here. Stop at the high and take profit at the 9:30 open right here, because the 9:30 low open was left 9:30 low was left open, so I think that will be the target for this trade or this morning session. So that's 500 over 66, which is close to 8. Okay, we get a run on this low here, and this one, well, ES hasn't, so this is a very great break even. And then it has directly to stop loss. Wow. So morning session trade was took around how long is this? 23 minutes, 30 minutes, around 30 minutes. Yes, has failed to reach to this low still. Very insane. Let's head on to the next day. So, actually, as crazy as it sounds, yesterday at 2 2 in the PM session, the daily target was hit from the daily target I had marked yesterday on the previous day, obviously. So let's check the daily. Well, couple inversions and a very huge SMT when you check the weekly. It's really low. And what day are we at? We're on Tuesday, so it might continue dropping or even go higher, but I'd like to see more confluences as of now. The only confluences I can see for bullishness is that we have an SMT and a sweep of liquidity on ES, and the price is in a weekly fair value gap. I feel like I'm talking too fast, but yeah, that's how the situation is. And we've inversed a small 4-hour gap here, and prices in this one here, so anything could literally happen. Checking the 1 hour, I have a huge gap created right here, PM session yesterday, and we've inverted this gap here. So if the short's set up, then I'm gonna short it, obviously. Let's see where the Asia lows are, obviously, because we have the Asia lows as the sell side targets, but we also have this high because I think it might be bullish for today. Sorry for the open. Okay, that's a very good open, I can say. Okay, I'm gonna be taking this trade here. I have a run on the London lows. $500/64, 7.8. It's still 8. I would like to target these highs here. Do we have any London highs? We have also these highs here and these ones here. So nope, not optimal for the model. Let me target these relatively equal highs. 1.6 risk to reward. Okay, so was wrong, or I'd say I violated the model. Stop should be at this low. This one here. 1.4 hour trade. So honestly, it's funny how this thing will become a break even, but I think it's because of the time where ES runs this high here. Here where ES runs that high, that means the position should be off. Okay, it's time to head on to the next trading day. How's the Asia low here? Do you think price could have started going higher? Though it's dropping in some way. 4 hour, not much. 1 hour, okay, 1 hour is looking good. Good gap here that's holding price. We have buy side here. That's 90 points away. Small gap here as well. And there's also Asia lows. So it can also retrace all the way down there, but as of now, I am bullish. Okay, having a good drop. There is no gap retracement here, but I think we can long it to like a 930 high. There is this thing here, and can put this entry here and target the 930 high. That's 500 over 34. Okay, very good take profit right there. Very great take profit, to be honest. What's this? The 930 high acted as a good draw on liquidity, and also this 9 a.m. high was great, but the model doesn't offer 4-hour trades, the max is 2R, 2.5R. Okay, so now here there's a run on the lows and an inversion and target profit here, sorry, target profit here gets hit. So as of now I have a small inversion here, and so entry should be here targeting for around just 11 points. Now we'll see what it will do for the next couple hours, and with that I'll be taking a small break. We'll be back after 5 minutes. Yo, what is good, Millie? Power is not actually gone. I was going to take a glass of water, uh, but I believe everything is back on track right now. So, how have you been doing, man? How is your weekend? Set up the mic. Nice. Okay. Alright, whatever. Let's head on to the next day and continue with the back testing. So, New York AM. Open it up. Well, what do we see here? Price is in a daily gap, but first off, I would like to see how the weekly is looking like, because well, you can see it's looking good. I knew that the weekly was in a gap, so it could obviously start blowing higher and continue to some good take profits. Now checking the 4 hour, price has been retracing somehow lower. Today is 23rd of September 2021, and there was no news. There was no news on that day, except that there is some stuff called national gas change. So we'll see. Now the 1 hour has a couple of gaps, but it's kind of consolidating. So I would like to wait for better confluences, but we have a 2 hour gap here, so it's okay. But we'll wait for more confluences before I can take any longs here. Okay, this is so slow. It feels like a bank holiday, to be honest. Okay, market drops lower, fails to run this low here, and looks like it's respecting some sort of 15-minute gap. Okay, come on, these seconds are so annoying. Let's do it like this. Okay, so we get an inversion at this candle here. Okay. Let's refresh it. It's lagging somehow. So mood trading, I'm doing real great. Yesterday I didn't backtest the full hour, but I managed to do around like 25 minutes. But everything else is going good, man. Everything else is going good. I'm having a great weekend. Woke up today, did some weekly reflections on what I should modify, and seeing some of the mistakes I made in my trading this weekend. Proceeded on to, have some good time with family. Why is price not moving one candle at a time? Because you can see it closes here, then another candle closes right there. It's like it's moving, it's having two movements in one candle. I'm thinking like there's a mismatch in the time frames, but whatever. There's an inversion here. That's the way where we'll take on our entry. So the 830 high closes the news embargo high, and stop at this low for around 19 points. So that means since a point is worth $2, sorry, 19 times 2, that will be 500 over 38 for giving me 13 micros for longs. Stop at this low and take profit at this high. Okay, very great take profit run. This is A plus, obviously, because we can see that we had a run on the lows. It was an SMT. It was a run on the low, but not like any crucial low or something like that. But also the 930 low had already been run, so this was a great trade, I can say. It's a very, very A plus. Now let's head on to the next. Wait, but we can actually read the next few minutes of the session, because it still has 1 hour in front, and buy side here gets taken out. It was the target for the session with my analysis going into the day. By the way, mood trading. Did you see that the market will now be open for 24/7? I mean the stock market in the Q2 of 2026. Okay, so the only other possible way to enter for longs here will be if price drops into this 15-minute, then we get a long towards that high. And as of now, we don't have any retracement lower. The strategy will stop working, because if the stock market is open 24/7, the strategy will stop working, because if the stock market is open 24/7, nobody even knows that maybe 9:30 will be the stock market open. It might change, or like the liquidity, the way we look at liquidity could also change. So I don't know. We just have to wait till that time to figure that out. But it freaks most traders out. Well, I'm not included, because I don't really care that much. Whichever happens, we still have to find a way to survive through trading. Okay, let's head on to the next day for this session. So we're still having some good bullish moves. Okay, so we have an inversion here. I'm checking the 4-hour. It's nothing much, but I still think price could head higher, bullish. So this could be like a corrective movement on the day, then maybe tomorrow continues higher. So we'll see what price can offer for today. We have a low hanging fruit here, a 9 a.m. hourly low from yesterday. This one here, very close sell side liquidity. Now the 15-minute has a couple of liquidity here, like these London highs. I guess now we just have to wait and see what happens. Okay, there's no trade for me in this, because so I don't know if I would say trippy, but it's not looking like the best beer there's ever been. And I think it could probably start heading lower today. We have an SMT here, you can see, and aside from that, okay, you have a good SMT here. It's not in any gap, well, except for yes, that tapped into an hourly gap, but I think here some good shorts would play out at this inversion here. So this will be around 24 to 25 points of risk, targeting this 933 low and these lows here. Also, some great start early on today is that the market's trend 30% of the time and range 70% of the time. Really though, I'm not really. I'm not sure about that. Why do you think that they range for all the time? Because in my opinion, I think actually it ranges maybe when like there's not much volatility, but most of the time during London and New York, it's trending. But if you see it obviously on a high time frame perspective, it ranges most of the time. You can see that here. I'd say it was trending, but a few days inside here, it ranges here, trends all the way here. A few days of ranging trends, a couple of weeks, close to a month of ranging inside here. Then so you were right. Actually, I wouldn't say 70% of the time because that would be too much, but it ranges way too more than it trends. But not 70% of the time. I think 70% of the time is a little bit too much because otherwise we'd all be in some kind of shop, except if it's moving like some like GBP USD or something like that. I think that's the only thing that I know. Okay, let me search about it actually. Time that market ranges. Okay, how do I say? Market ranges 30%, 70% of the time, and trends 30%. Do markets trend more than range? It's a widely circulated general rule of thumb in technical analysis, not a fixed statistical law. This observation has significant implications for how traders approach different market conditions. Let's search it like this. Markets trend less often than the range. The estimates suggest markets trend. Well, actually, you're right, man. You are right. Now checking the 15. But if markets trend 30% of the time, wow. Okay, yeah, let's see if we can take some shots here. I was actually about to take some shots from this SMT inversion and the liquidity sweep targeting the lows. Let's take some shots and see. So my stop will be at that high and take profit at this low for around 1.6 hour trade. And that would be just shy of 10 micros. Don't tell me it's gonna reverse. Seriously. Yeah, we are cooked. So what did we do wrong there? I honestly don't see anything wrong. Price wasn't in the POI. There wasn't a run on the sell side for price to start going higher. So I would have been pretty confident I would head lower, but turns out I was wrong. Now if we can head on to the next day, we see price starting to drop. Checking the 4 hour, I have a run here and a drop below this low here. Wonder where it's heading to. Okay, let's check the 1 hour. So we have a run on these lows here. That's the first thing I can notice, because on the high time frame I am still bullish, except if price maybe wants to drop like to consequent encroachment of this week, but I still am bullish and looking for price to go higher. By the way, mood trading. Did you watch the mentorship that ICT released for 2025? Like I think he released it around in September, where he talked about trading all-time highs and stuff. Okay, we have a run on relatively equal lows. Let's see if you can find some longs. Probably, probably, if you can find some longs, we have relatively equal highs here as well. So maybe you can find some fire longs, even though I'm not sure if I'll catch all the 212 points, but you can see, how we can take a piece of the pie. Okay, there's a run on the lows, and then price continues lower. Come on. Price is ranging inside here, it's consolidating. Okay, get a 15-minute gap, 15-minute candle open, and it heads into this gap here. And turns out, price still wants to go low, because if it was to go higher, then it would have run liquidity and then straight headed up. But looks like it's not. I wonder where it's heading to. Well, this was a slow recovery, I can say. You can see how it's recovering all the way from here to here for around 56 points. Saying that yes, has already run this high. Maybe still can get some shorts, I don't know. With this 15-minute inversion, the chances are really, really low. Okay, now we get an inversion here. We have an SMT at the highs, and aside from that, this SMT is how many points? Around 3 points. I would like to take it like a 15-minute low, but we don't have any. Let's see what would be the target, or where would market head to. I would like to take like a premium, discount gap from, let's see, if I have like discount gap, I would like to target that like somewhere here, or like a very, very, very close low hanging fruit, because when I use the 15, I see that there's a very huge BPR here, so I'm not confident again of shorting against that. But we can see what we can do, maybe towards this gap here, somewhere around here. Even though this will be kind of really small, can take 17 point stop. Actually, let's just target equilibrium. If it hits equilibrium, then it will obviously drop into discount before continuing to go higher. That's just like my speculation. There's a chance it might not even go lower at this point. Okay, we'll be taking around 13. Wait, I bought it. We'll be taking around 13 micros towards this low here, because price has been printing bearish candles all the way till here, so there's a chance it might continue going lower in the New York session as well. Oh, well, I'm trading. I was about to ask you, but since you didn't watch it, it's okay. It's because, well, I didn't watch it to learn. I was just following up along with seeing how he approaches the markets, even though like it's literally the same like with what any ICT trader does. It's just that maybe he adds let's say like adds a few concepts to it, but everything else looks the same as what an ICT trader would trade. So yeah, it's because there's some places it says like suspension block stuff. It says I don't know, every single concept comes with candle open gaps. Like, do you have them anywhere here? Like, if a candle opens lower or higher, like leaving a small gap, then that becomes suspension stuff, which I think like which makes me think that is making it a little bit complicated. Now we get an SMT here, and we have been stopped out of the position. When you go big time, oh yeah, yeah. Don't you feel the rush now, yeah? So after getting stopped out for 18 points, market heads directly to my take profit. And key takeaway of this trade is anything could happen. This wasn't a bad trade. It's a trade I could take millions of times, even though like we were going so slow here. And this ended up becoming a liquidity point, because you can see after this high got run with a couple of SMTs. Yep, a couple of SMTs pricing up, delivering lower to this discount level. Okay, I'm gonna be shorting this thing today to this daily low, and this one if it happens to drop too much, but this will be a low hanging fruit on the daily time frame. Wait, low hanging fruit is 200 points away, but it's okay. Yo, Omara Messi, how you doing? uh Thank you so much. I'm checking the 1 hour. We have a couple of gaps here, so one could short from them and head lower. But let's check also the 15. We have the Asia high here, so if it overshoots the gaps, then look for a way to enter and target the Asia highs as well. But as of now, you just gotta wait for the open, which makes it okay. I would like to say easy, but it's not that easy. We have a sweep and SMT directly presented at us, like an SMT here, and a very beautiful liquidity sweep right here. Omar Messi, I trade futures, Nasdaq and ES, and I swing crypto and some major forex pairs. Okay, I think we can take a short towards these relatively equal lows that were formed around 6:15. Let's see if this works out, something like this. So 35 points in exchange for 60 points. 500 over 70 giving me 7 micros. So let's short it. Okay, we back. Yes, we're back. Paying our TP right there. Very beautiful 1.7 hour locked in. We also had another SMT here, by the way, so it was two is it called consecutive SMTs? I don't know the term. Is it sequential, something like that? So this was an A plus trade right there. Well, before heading on to the next day, let's see what happens in the next few hours. Let's take read price. After this low here gets run, price starts going higher. First inversion gets in somewhere here. And was a 5-minute gap, which absolutely makes price melt to this low here. Okay, you have an SMT here already. So you have an SMT here from this high to this high. It's a 15-minute gap retracement. ES did that, but NQ failed to do so. I still think these draws on liquidity are strong. This one here and this one here. We have a small inversion right here, and then after price drops, it retraces into the inversion, then starts to drop. So we can take an entry here. Let's just read this and see. So it would have been a banger trade anyway. So very great trade here, and it was also close to the macro. Well, this movement towards this low here, it's a daily low, happened in the macro. Okay, so this is it's Wednesday. How's the weekly looking like? Price is absolutely melting. I have this low here. I think I'm considering continuing to short. Have a good 4 gap here that's holding, and a run here. Is it a run? Nope. Actually, it's a run on liquidity, and still big beautiful 1 hour gap, and a good low here that will create a break of structure. Now I'm going to check the 15. We also have the Asia low actually. It's the low hanging fruit. Okay, run here. Okay, we've got a 2-minute inversion. I didn't want to short it on the 1 minute because the 1 minute has very small gaps, but the 2 minute looks better compared to the 1 minute, so we can take the trade on the 2 minute with stop here and taking this Asia low 1.4 R. That will be 10 points. I mean 10 micros, and I think this trade maybe could be the last for the session, for this trading backtesting session, actually, not trading session. Okay, we back. We are so back. By the way, let's see, where is this Asia low on ES? ES has already run the Asia low, so there's a chance that we get stopped out. Yep, that was so obvious. Anyways, the session's just gonna end here. It's been 1 good hour of backtesting, and until next time, stay blessed. Have a great weekend, guys. Shout out to Omara, Messi, and Mood Trading for showing up in today's session. Have a great time, guys. Peace.